What's up, y'all, man? What's going on? How y'all doing? Welcome to episode number 139 of SWAC Smoke, man. I'm your tour guide around the SWAC Seawells. Coming at you. Got the big soldier. He gonna be coming in a little bit later. But man, how y'all doing today, man? Good to see y'all. We are here and we getting it in. Got my boy Crook already in the house. What's going on, man? The big soldier gonna be here in a few, so y'all can do y'all thing, man. What's going on with everybody? How y'all doing today? Man, I'm doing good. I'm chilling, man. Had a little break last week. Had to recharge the batteries. So now we back, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So we got Tamika Reed leaving JSU, going to Charlotte. We got spring games. We got one spring game coming up this week. That'll be the last one. That's UAPB. You got any other stuff to go through, man? Got all kind of stuff. Pine Bluff named the women's coach today. So we'll talk about all of that. And like I said, you know how we do, man. Y'all in the comments, y'all can put it down and we can rock with it that way. So first and foremost, like I said, how y'all doing out there? I'm doing good. Oh man, he said he had to make a quick stop and he'll be here. So I'm sure he's gonna be good and ready to go. But man, like I said, we got football wrapping up. Spring practices are wrapping up. Um, really was a an entertaining time. What's going on, Big Thrillo, man? What's happening with you, man? Thank you for tuning in. And like I said, we got spring games. Y'all give me y'all thoughts on what y'all kind of I don't want to say learn, because like I said, I don't really take a lot from spring, but give me your thoughts on your team or anybody else's team that you kind of focused in on during the spring. I thought the one key to me was quarterbacks, man. It seems like nobody. It seemed like everybody who went into the spring with a quarterback battle came out of the spring with a quarterback battle. Um, got an interesting situation up at Grambling. I still, the way Coach Joseph is talking, he's making it sound like Miles Crawley is not gonna, he has to fight for the job, and he might not get it. But I feel like he probably trying to light a fire under the dude. But Calvez went into the portal. Yeah, it's glorified practice. So like I said, I don't really put a lot of stock into it, because number one, with the portal, a lot of these teams ain't gonna look like they looking now. They got teams with guys coming in, guys leaving. So yeah. I mean, that was an entertaining 24 hours right there, man. Everybody thought that dude was going to PV, and me included. And he hit a juke move and went to McNeese. Kind of really shook up some things real quick in the quarterback room at PV, at least from the outside looking in. But you can't do much about that. But that's the second time dude then kind of was gonna go to a SWAC school and change his mind. So I think he need to just stop playing games like that and just focus on where he really want to go. But like I said before, I don't really see a lot of quarterbacks that have taken charge in these battles. I know Southern got a situation going on with three guys. Oh, verbal commitments don't mean a thing. They don't mean Nathan. Like you say, they don't mean Nathan, man. That's just like, promising you gonna go out with somebody. You ain't really gotta do it. You just saying it, man. A lot of them cats be locking in spots, but when you did that two times, then I think that's kind of a sign for you. What's going on, Mr. Bolden? How you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. Um, Thank you for rocking with us. And like I said, I'm gonna start with Southern, because that's that was the game I was at. Um, I thought the offenses looked pretty shaky early. Neither offense could move the ball. Neither of the three offenses could move the ball really in the first portion of the spring game. Um, yeah, they really should. So I didn't think anybody was standing out. I did like the way the offense kind of rebounded in the second quarter, um, and played a little bit better. They started moving the ball a bit through the air. They didn't run the ball a lot, but they all three quarterbacks were able to find some success. And I still think that job is wide open. I mean, some people might feel like, you go with the experienced guy. And I mean, he doesn't really have a ton of experience, but he got more than the other two guys. Some people might feel like that. I personally feel like if the guy who's been there a long time hadn't just grabbed that job, then I think that, if one of the younger guys is stepping up and doing what needs to be done, then I think that's the guy you go with. I don't think if a guy is not, if a guy's not taking advantage of his situation, um, the running game for the most part, it looked pretty good. Like I say, the biggest thing with the run game is the offensive line. They still have to address that. I like the way the backs looked. I mean, they were missing Kendrick Grimes. He was out, so that's another piece that'll be back by the time the season starts. But I thought Kobe Dillon ran the ball well in his limited carries. I thought C.J. Russell ran the ball well in his carries. Braylon Morgan, a couple other younger guys. I thought they ran the ball well enough for what they were able to do with the offensive line, which did not look spectacular at all. That was kind of a situation where I wasn't really sure how they would look. I think early they made the D line look like the '85 Bears, like they couldn't block anybody, and that's kind of scary. So I still think that they have to address that. They have to address that situation first. You get the offensive line kind of straight, um, then I think everything else will fall into place. But like I said, I saw what I needed to see. I just kind of wanted to see, pieces moving and people moving and just be in the place and just, see some things. So I thought I saw what I needed to see. I didn't really go there with a lot of expectations, but I saw some things that I liked. I like the way they were able to, work the tight end into the offense. I mean, you got two or three guys on the roster that's at that position. You always need to use those guys. So I thought that was good. I thought using the screen game was good. I'm still waiting for a guy to kind of separate themselves at the quarterback spot. Um, I, I, I don't want this battle. I really don't want anybody's job to go so deep into the fall camp. I don't want to see a lot of teams trying to decide they starter by week 1 or week 2. Penalties. It was first off, they had like some kind of referee conference or something. They had like 42 refs at the game. I don't know if they were doing some kind of training or something, but they had like a gang of referees at the game. And so I think they were kind of going out of their way to make sure they called everything by the book. There weren't a lot of penalties, but there were a bunch of pre-snap penalties, which there was some false starts, there was some illegal formations. Our defense still jumping offside too much, with something that was an issue the last couple of years. But no, I didn't see any 15-yard penalties at all. So I thought some of that discipline after the play stuff, I didn't see any of that. I didn't really see a lot of holding. Now that don't mean that it didn't happen, because like John Madden used to say, you can call holding on every play if you wanted to. But they I thought penalty wise, I didn't think it was it wasn't really bad, but you're gonna have penalties in a situation like that. But I think it's stuff that can be corrected, and I think that I feel better about that part, because last season I thought those 15-yard penalties were just killers. You've always found yourself either extending drives or shortening your own drives. So I thought that part of it looked a lot better. I expect to see that continue to get better as these guys go through more practice and more reps, especially with the offense. Those guys only had 14 practices with their new offense. So yeah, man. Like I said, I was tripping, man, because like my wife, she the one that pointed out to me. She was like, how many refs are on the field? And I told her, and she was like, well, who are those other people? I'm looking like, shit, was this a Foot Locker convention? and then I found out that they were doing that. But I mean, they need practice too. So I guess what better place to do it than at a spring game? So I thought the team adapted well to that stuff and didn't really have a lot of dumb penalties. So I think that's gonna be an area of improvement. I don't want to speak too favorably on that, and then as the season goes on, you find yourself looking crazy. And man, like I say, I'm glad somebody else saw that before because that was the first time I saw it, or at least maybe that was the first time I ever paid attention to it. But it was something that caught me all guard at first, and then as the game went on, I kind of was more aware of them and watching them in action. And so I think we need a SWAC referee training camp, man, because those refs need to get right too. But all in all, like I said, for a spring game, I'm never gonna come out of a spring game like my team gonna win a championship. I learned that lesson over the years. You can't really put a lot of stock into what happened. You had teams that had bad spring games and then you had great seasons. You had teams who had great spring games and have bad seasons. So, oh yeah, I'm not gonna. I try not to put my foot in my mouth too much. Now, it happens because I do got a big mouth and I talk a lot sometimes. But I try to, especially when it comes to preseason expectations, man. I try to hedge my bets a little bit. I try to look at the team as what it is. I think that some people may feel like Southern might be a team that could challenge for the West. I think the West is wide open, so I think everybody has some form of a chance at it. But I can't really put Southern in the top group. I think they probably right now a mid type team, and I'm okay with that this season. I think they need to kind of build this team back up and get themselves back on point. So I would love a great season, but right now I just take what it is. I just take it as we're gonna find a way to see if we can get out our own way. I think you're gonna have. I think the people that do what we do now, everybody that's already doing this, I think that's all you're gonna get, and that's good because we have a lot of great people that do a lot of stuff, man. You got Scotty who been doing this thing, for a minute and really killing it. You got Blue, you got Swagging the Fool, you got what I'm saying, the Wild Card, those Bama State guys. You know what I'm saying? You got HBCU Nightly, all these guys locked on HBCU. All these guys do great stuff. And so I don't think we're gonna get a lot of new people like we had before. So I think as far as nationally, I think it's probably gonna be where it's at. As far as us, I think you kind of got what you got, and I don't think you're gonna see a lot of influx of people. So lucky thing, the people who stayed and held it down big time and elevated. So uh, now, when it comes to the schools, I think the schools that are already doing it, your JSU's, your FAMU's, um, even Valley to an extent, Bama State is pretty good with it. Pine Bluff can do a few things here, but Bethune Cookman, I think those schools like that and Grambling too. I think they're gonna continue to do it. Everybody else is like, I don't know if we ever gonna get better, but um, that's where we stand. But what's up, Big Soldier, man? We got the Big Soldier in the house checking in, man. Had some people looking for you, bruh. How you doing?
Charlie Murphy. I'm in the building, man. What's happening, y'all?
Oh
Yeah,
man,
you
we
know what I'm
chilling,
saying?
man.
Hey,
It's
man,
good. It's good.
disclaimer, man. Hey, me
What's
and
up?
C. Wells talked about this last night, but hey, don't folks don't jump in the DMs asking Jamie G for money, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It was quite funny. Had a rare occurrence, man. We can't beat these bots out here, man. We
Bro,
can't
it's,
beat
it's
these
it's a
bots
strange
out
world
here.
out there, bro.
It
It's a
sure is.
strange world out here. all I say is be careful who you talk to, man, because um, you got people you got you got people
Hey
who
man,
trying
why?
to take advantage.
Hey, why they say your boy got the crocodile tears, man? Man,
Uh,
that's what happened when you have great coaches, man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. And hey, we weren't gonna hold her forever. Shoot.
I mean to
I'm glad
be
she got it though.
to be real, bro. I thought she was going last year. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When Memphis was looking around, so
Right, you know.
I really didn't think y'all was gonna have her this season. So
Hey,
being able to
bro.
get another year out of her, man, it was only a matter of time, man. You know, I don't know a lot about the Charlotte job, but you know, I thought I knew at some
Hey,
point somebody was gonna snap up because you can't
but that
keep.
Charlotte. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and you know, you can't keep holding people off. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, somebody gonna come through and say the right thing and snap up. But I mean, she, you know, would I have loved to see her stay at Jackson State and continue doing what she's doing, and probably would have led to a tournament win? Hell yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now as a Southern fan, I'm glad she gone. But Southern the last team to Southern the last team to beat her. So even though it was last year, Southern the last team to beat her. So I'm cool with that. But you know, as a fan, you know, you got to appreciate that greatness, bro. And
Yeah, man.
she did something that nobody really did. And you know, hopefully she can continue what she's doing because I think that she can be a power level coach. You know, as long as she continues to do what she's doing and keep the faith she got and carry herself the way she's been carrying herself, she's gonna be successful wherever she go. And I'm gonna be a fan
Mm-hmm.
regardless of where she at. So it only makes us look better if she do well. So I wish her the best on that.
But yeah, man, you can't turn down no offer like that. You know, the city of Charlotte, that's a nice place to live. North Carolina itself a nice place to live. So I mean, man, I'm definitely happy she got it, man. Hey, I feel like whoever's gonna be the predecessor, man, they ain't good. They got a good foundation. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
hey, I'm just excited to see who we're gonna bring in. Yeah, man. Hey, you never know. We might make another little splash. You know, ain't no telling, man.
Man,
Ain't no
you
telling who
like I
we
said, you
gonna
never
pull
know
up
what
with.
you never know what's coming down the
I
pipe.
mean,
But
hey, we might
I
let Pom Pom man coach it. We still want the swag,
hey, so
baby.
I don't know about all that now, but
Pom Pom
he might be
man.
able to keep y'all in the hunt now. so, someone's trying to catch up now. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I
Hold
thought
on,
she
y'all.
did a good job of raising the bar of SWAC basketball. Now it's up to everybody else to follow. Now I'm gonna say this: she is the opposite of the guy that y'all had coaching y'all football team before. I feel like she
Right,
left
right.
the right way.
Oh,
You know, I
finna
feel
get
like
his dish
she
in.
did everything she could do. She elevated. She
Yes,
elevated,
sir.
and she didn't make it about herself. Yeah, you could look at the situation about she didn't re-sign the contract, which to me, obviously if she didn't sign it at that point, it's an open market. But I I really thought she left the right way, and I can't do nothing but salute her for that. What is going on?
Let's see where else go.
I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. It's like dropping me.
What's
It
going
dropped me
on
out.
here?
Can you hear me,
Man.
man? Can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me,
Yeah, I
man?
see
Somebody
you.
let me. But can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, y'all can hear me out there. Hopefully, man, whatever was going on, hopefully this thing is better, man. We got people outside messing up our internet. They putting in new wires, man. So
They
Hopefully
ain't nothing but
they
that coalition, man.
ain't. I told you, bro, we have the coalition, so they should be messing with me.
What up? What's up? Hey, I'm Adrian Crook. And this is the coalition. I gotta mess with my guy, man. My guy part of the coalition, man. The coalition.
Yeah, like I say, man, when you talk about a GOAT in coaching, man, Coach Reed is that. I can't even, I hope a lot of people appreciated what we saw because, sometimes you don't really appreciate what you see when it's going on, but you really have to look and recognize what she did, man, because what she did was not easy at anybody's school. And, that's not to say like she was some bad team when she got there, but she did something on a level that I ain't really seen in women's basketball in the SWAC. Now they had some great programs, but I never seen a program that dominant year in and year out, even after losing people, plugging in new people and continuing to grow. So I like I said, I wish her the best, man, and I hope that I hope that everybody take advantage of this situation and step up now, because I think the power gonna shift a little bit once Coach Thornton gets settled in at Alabama A&M. I think she's gonna do some good work there. Pine Bluff hired a new coach. I really think I don't know about that hire now. She's a coach who coached in high school and never coached in college. That's kind of interesting to me, following after Coach Thornton. But we'll see how that turn out. You know what I mean? Stranger things that happen, man. So like I said, we'll see we'll see how that go. Cause right now, I'm not too real enthused with it, but we'll see how that turn out.
Yeah, man. But what else been going on in these SWAC streets?
Man, it's been I
Hey,
don't know,
I'm
man.
still looking for HBCU Jeff, man. Somebody find HBCU Jeff. Tell him to come on the show, man. All right,
Man,
I'm still trying to get unblocked, man. I don't know how the heck I got blocked.
hey, won't you
Well, Jeff
ask
slide
anybody
through,
else
man.
won't you ask anybody else if if they've been blocked by that man?
Man, I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure out how I ain't get blocked. See, Wells ain't get blocked, but I got blocked, man.
Hey, I was invisible that week, man. So I got lucky, bro. I was invisible. I wasn't in the streets that week.
But yeah,
But
man, draft tonight too, ain't it?
yeah, the draft
What
started
time it
at
kick off?
7.
7 o'clock?
Yep. Got the draft, got NBA going on, man. I'm going to the Pelicans game on Saturday. Kind of disappointed I'm kind of disappointed they got thumped like they did last night, but game 3 they can probably turn it around. But the draft is coming up tonight. Always interested to see what my team don't do. We always don't
Cowboys gonna
do good things.
Cowboys.
We always don't do good things in the draft. but
Dallas gonna Dallas.
but we always gonna hold out that hope, man. So we're gonna see what happens. But like I say, man, ain't really it been as far as I know, man, it's been a pretty quiet week in these streets. I know PV kind of feeling themselves, man. They feel like they it's their year.
I mean, yeah, like we were discussing not too long ago. They still got the juice though, until somebody beat them.
Oh yeah, I mean you
They still got that bragging right until come August, September. So we shall see, but you know what I'm saying. It might be a little power shift in the West, man, and ain't no telling who gonna win the East. I can't even. Man, there's so much going on, and everybody got a shot. Honestly, a honest shot. Even Valley got a shot.
I don't know. I don't know about all that now. And
Shout out to my boy Raymond Woody too, man. Boy Woody. I seen him
I
on
think
HBCU game day. Got the donors pulling up, dropping $1 million on the
yeah,
program.
boy, they dropping bags out there. They
Hey,
driving
and
bags out there.
Coach Woody out there, he's not coaching, he's out there educating. Now, that's the first coach I was
Hey,
able to really understand and see what was going on during the spring game. He's really that's a nice man right there, man. I
yeah,
ain't never
man, and
seen
like
him I ain't never seen him get on his players and be calm with it, man. That's the first time I ever
he
seen that, man.
he carried himself pretty well, man. I think he came into a rough situation. I think he made the best out of what they had, but I don't, I think they're gonna be a dangerous team this year, man. Um, yeah, you try not to laugh at nobody when they down because you can easily get down too, and when you down, everybody gonna laugh at you. So I try not. I mean, I ain't gonna say all the time. Some people, some people you do got to laugh when they when they fall, but it's like you got to get them shots in. That's on them people, but you know, I try to measure my shots because I know they coming back at me. But I thought BCU wasn't that bad last year, bro. I thought they was in a bunch of games. I thought they had a chance to win a bunch of games. They came up short because I think the offense wasn't that good last year, and it don't look like it's that good right now. But I think
Hmm.
Coach Woody gonna do his best to get that thing back together. So um, we'll see how it turn out.
I think their defense still gonna be kind of solid though, honestly, man. Because I mean, the talent they done brought in, I think they're gonna be competitive.
Yeah, I think so too. I really think, bro, they can fight for that middle portion of the standings, man. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win 7 games or nothing like that, but I think they can find themselves in a good spot because I don't know what Alabama and them gonna be this year. So
Man, I'm telling
if
you,
they
if
could get,
Rainer don't win the classic, man, he is done on the hill.
oh yeah, man,
Now I'm
I
trying to
think
figure out who would you put in as his predecessor because I think guy like a McNair or Odoms, man, that's a
he gonna be
safe thing to
available.
do.
I think
That
Coach Odom's gonna be available after this season. So if you wanna coach, man, he gonna be there for you.
yeah, I think that A&M, man, I think it's over with for them guys. Sometimes you just sometimes coach could just be there too long. You just need to change the scenery.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you been somewhere a long time, sometimes you kind of overstay your welcome, and when you don't really go beyond where you were at your best, you never elevated that. It's tough, man. Like I said, you won a championship in the spring and ain't never been close to one since, and that gotta not sit right with people. I think that if you're not gonna win a championship, you need to always be in the hunt for it. And they ain't been close to being in the hunt for a couple years, and they've been not. I don't even know it's bad because I don't even think they look bad. They're just not. I don't know what to call them. They're just not where they need to be.
Hmm. They're underperforming. Put it that way.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
that's a
way.
that's a good way
They're
to put it.
underperforming.
Hey, it's like you live long enough to be you the hero that live long enough to become the villain, man. Like at some point you overstay your welcome, and you know that man ain't been right since 2021. So I think sometimes it's just best to you know kiss and say goodbye, man. Go your separate ways.
Hmm. Yeah, who you think gonna be the first dude off the board tonight? Because I mean, HBCU wise, you think Rich is gonna be
Uh,
the first guy off the board?
I think so. I think so, man. I think he's still. I think as long as he's healthy, I think as long as he's healthy, he's gonna be the guy to come off first.
What round
I,
you think he
I I still
going?
don't, I still hate that he got hurt in that Legacy Bowl, man.
I think I see that Kuiper had him his 12th best overall quarterback prospect in this draft, which which that's major, man. That's a good possibility he might get drafted.
Oh
I
yeah.
say he a day 3 guy though,
Oh, easily. I
easily,
like I
man.
said, I just hope that we don't go back to what we was. Well, what we, I thought we were turning a corner with getting a lot of these guys drafted, but I don't know if it's going back to the way it was. So I just, I hope we get a few people, man. I don't think the name of the class is that great, but I think they got a lot of guys who can really be beneficial to some of these teams if they give them a spot. Yeah, I think Sunday out Anderson got a chance too. If he
Mm.
depending on how people value him, man. I thought he was a pretty solid guy. Didn't have a season that a lot of people thought he would, but he's still a great player though.
Yeah, he got the size and the measurables that
Yeah.
that you'll look for, but he got when you on our level, man, you got to have that motor. You got to dominate it.
Oh yeah. You can't. At Alabama or somewhere, bro, you can coast and get drafted, man. In the SWAC,
Hmm.
you got to ball out. And you really almost got to set records, man. Because if you don't
Hmm.
set records, you find yourself on the outside looking in. Oh, what's going on, man? My man, Mr. Body, Mr. Big Rick Body, man. What's going on with you, man? I'm glad you're checking
Hey,
in out there in Texas, man. It's good to have you in
ravishing
here
Rick
with us.
body, baby. Y'all ain't have checked in. Remember ravishing Rick Rude? We're gonna call him
Yes, indeed,
ravishing
man.
Rick body.
Hey, that other time I came up on wrestling, man. I seen that man live in Baton Rouge one time on the
Yeah,
show.
man. Rest in peace, though, ravishing Rick, man. He was quite a phenomenal wrestler to me, man,
Oh yeah,
and
before he
showman.
before he got started getting hurt, man. But he was a
Yeah,
beast back in them days.
yeah. You couldn't touch that boy physique, man. That
Shit,
boy
man,
physique was A1, man.
that man was stacked, bro. Like,
Yeah, jacked up top, but had a little bottom though. That was the only thing with ravishing Rick Rude.
and Jesse the Body Ventura, hey, that's another one.
I like that. Hey, Rick the Body Ventura, man. I like that one too. That's all right. That's all right right there. He could pick that. Hey, pick where one he want to go to.
He he say you doing all right, big soldier.
Yeah,
He
tell him
always be
I'm
asking
good,
about
man.
you.
I just man, shoot, I just not getting off work and just enjoying this breeze. I don't know what's wrong with my camera though. The camera out here
Man,
tripping.
we having some crazy some crazy
Yeah,
technical
because I
stuff
was
going
trying
on
to get on
today, boy.
camera. It wouldn't let me get on camera. I don't know what it is.
It's
Oh,
been a
there you go.
while.
Finally.
It's been a wild day when it come to technology, man.
Yeah,
I don't know
man.
what we're gonna do, but man, we've been hanging in there, man, trying to do our thing. Um, I wanna ask you, Jamie G. I don't know you've been kind of keeping up, but Grambling they had half a spring game because they got canceled by weather. But the way they talking, man, they talking like Miles Crawley not guaranteed. I don't say guaranteed, but like he not tops in the position for starting quarterback. But then the backup went in the portal yesterday, the day before. So I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know what that means, man. I don't really feel good about that, man.
Yeah, I saw that. Me neither. I don't know. This portal so tricky, man. I saw one dude jump in the portal, said he was coming back to Jack State. Then I think he jumped right back in the portal. How you just dipping and dabbing in the portal, man? I mean, he make up his mind, my guy.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you had the whole Quay Davis thing, man, where he was in Grambling. People were talking about he was going to Grambling. Then he came out and
hmm.
say he's sticking with FAMU. It's I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's hard to make heads or tails of the thing sometimes.
Shout out to that guy y'all picked up out of the high school. He pretty nice. You know what I'm
Oh
talking about?
yeah, man. We picked up a couple guys in the last couple of
Yeah.
days, man. We got a JUCO kid, man. He had some really solid numbers uh, at linebacker. So we trying to come up with some things, man. I just I need to see some old linemen come in though. That's
Yeah,
what's gonna
yeah, oh
get me
yeah.
excited. I need.
Ooh, they're talking about old lineman play on Blues Channel, man, and man, good coach JB and everybody on that show, man, they broke down some great analysis about old line play and how it's kind of on the decline and all the injuries. I didn't realize all the strength and conditioning. You switching all the strength and conditioning coaches could cause a lot of injury. I thought
Oh
that was
yeah,
quite interesting.
when you look at how a lot of these teams, man, a lot of these teams not in the condition you think they is, and
Hmm.
it always show in the second half and the fourth quarter, man. You the teams that win always gonna have that little extra in the second half, man. Because I think it, like you say, it starts in the trenches, man. If you can't block nobody and you can't stop nobody from moving the ball, I don't care what kind of skill guys you got. If the defense is getting through that line and stopping you before you can get started, it don't matter what you got back there. So I think that you can always find yourself in them kind of situations. We got another member of the crew in the house. What's going on, my boy DJ? What's happening, man?
The
What's up with you?
original SWAC man.
What's going
That's
on
it.
with y'all?
What's happening? What's happening?
I'm late to the party, man.
Oh, it's all good. Hey, we know you. We know you're a busy man out there in the Gump, man. What's going on in the Gump, man?
Oh man, we just gearing up to come down to Baton Rouge and take SWAC championships, bring them on back to the Gump.
In
Well, hey, we
baseball
Man, we
or
got
football, DJ?
no track
track.
and field
Oh
coming
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Bama State track team been doing night. They've been doing big things, man.
Tennis, y'all shouted out me and the women's tennis, did you? I know I'm late, but did y'all do
No,
that?
hey, I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna let you
Yeah,
handle that.
shout out to our men and women's tennis team, SWAC champions. We took first in the Commissioners Cup so far right now too. So,
Hmm.
all our women's sports been doing good except for women's basketball. But we took bowling, men and women's
Yeah,
tennis, and women's
y'all
golf.
took bowling. We y'all
Yeah,
snatched bowling from us.
we took bowling from SU.
I'd had enough of y'all taking stuff from us, bro.
Yeah, but other than that, man, that's all. We got Valley and baseball this weekend. Jackson State, actually, big soldier softball this weekend. So we're looking to come down there and get a sweep. You know what I'm saying? Against them Lady Tigers, and that's it.
y'all looking to
We
y'all
just
looking to
had our
clean up.
banquet yesterday, and yeah, riding into the summer.
Hey. Well, since you brought up the Commissioner's Cup, man, I'm gonna run through the standings. I got them right here in front of me. Right now, Bama State lead with 113.3 total points. They got 45 and a half points on the men's side, 67.8 on the women's side. Women is killing it right now. Prairie View is second with 103 and a half points, 47 on the men's side, 56 and a half on the women's side. Number three is Southern with 97 points, 37 and a half on the men's side, 59 and a half on the women's side. Number four is Jackson State, 95.8 points, 38 and a half on the men's side, 57.3 on the women's side. FAMU is fifth, 90.8, 32 points on the men's side, 58.8 on the women's side, followed by Texas Southern with 86 points, 45 on the men, 41 on the women. Alabama A&M at 82 points, 29 on the men, 53 on the women. Grambling, 77 and a half, 28 on the men, 49 on the women, 49 and a half on the women. Pine Bluff, 76 points, 36 on the men, 40 on the women. Alcorn, 74, 40 on the men, 34 on the women. Bethune-Cookman, 47 points, 21 on the men, 26 on the women. And Valley with 24 points, 11 and a half on the men and 12 and a half on the women. So it's still a tight race, man. Like what we got left? We got softball, baseball, and track.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got left.
Hmm.
So we got a tight race in the end, man. I think I think the Hornets gonna get it, but I think it's gonna be a tight finish, man.
I don't know if y'all remember a few shows ago when we talked about the Commissioner Cup. Remember I said by default, the top two teams, Alabama State and Prairie View, it should be out of us because we offer more sports than most people. So I ain't saying that we not. I mean, obviously you still got to win, but the odds are in our favor too.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, those Olympic sports, bro, is the game changer, man. You know what I'm saying? You can make up a lot of ground with them kind of sports. Um, right now, baseball seem to be pretty tight right now, man. How the Hornets looking in baseball?
Man, we can be really good today or really good this game, and look like we ain't played a lick of baseball the next game. So, to me, going down the last stretch, going into the conference tournament, I'm looking for more consistency. We got to get some more consistency.
Yeah, you really just described Southern, because we the same, man. We 2 weeks ago, I went to the series. We played Pine Bluff. We couldn't, man. They bats abused us all series, man. We gave up double-digit runs in every game we played. That game we lost 2 out of 3. Next weekend we went to Grambling and swept Grambling, and we came out of the series last week in first place. Went to TSU this week and got swept by them. So now we in fourth place. So yeah, you just don't know what this team gonna do, man. Like one game the pitching is great and the bats are bad. The next day the bats on fire and the pitching can't do anything, man. So I just like I said, I think consistency is the name of the game because we lacking seriously lacking.
What y'all doing in softball?
Softball we pretty good, man. Right? Well, as far as in the SWAC, we second in the West, 12-9, behind Prairie View, who is like dominating right now. They 19-1 in conference.
Yeah,
But
I'm
we
scared of
got a
them.
pretty. This might be, even though the record don't look like it, this might be one of Southern best softball teams I done seen. I think they're pretty competitive all around.
Yeah, this considered a down year to me for us over compared to the last couple of years.
Yeah, so I think like I said, I think it's gonna be a tight mix. Um, who in first place in baseball? Oh, you know who in first place? Them old Maroon Tigers. Oh man, but we were talking a little bit earlier before you came on, man, about Grambling. You know, Grambling had a spring game last week. You know, it was cut short by weather, but the talk is, and I feel like it's coach speak, but the talk is that they not settled on a quarterback yet. And I know it's probably coach speak, but it's still kind of odd to me to have a guy who you had put up the numbers he had not be the guy coming out of camp. DJ, what you think about that?
Yeah, I think it could be something. You know how new head coaches come in and some of them want to create competition, and some of them feel like neither one of them guys are my guy. So I don't have no loyalty to nobody type situation. I mean, obviously for me, I'm looking at what Crawley did, and it would be his job to lose. But at the same time, I guess I'm not upset with a new coach coming in saying, "Hey, I haven't witnessed with my own eyes neither one of you guys playing, so I'm finna, I want to see y'all battle it out." So I think that may be his angle that he's going at it from. I don't know.
It, like you say, you don't want to just hand it to a guy, but if a guy didn't already kind of prove what he can do, I think you kind of go with it from there. But I also not 100% sold on their whole offense. So I I got a good eye on Grambling, man, because I don't really know how that Dooley experiment gonna work out there. You know, I wish him the best, but I don't know, man. I need to see how this whole thing gonna work out. Because I don't really got a great feeling about that.
I know you don't want to have a great feeling. You hoping Grambling gonna do nothing. It ain't like you looking for them to do good.
I try to give him a break, man. But yeah, I don't. I mean, I really won't be heartbroken if they didn't. But it's like I don't want them doing too bad, man. Because then they come in the game not feeling good about themselves, and that's not fun, man. But I like I said, I don't really know how that situation gonna turn out. I'm interested in it, but we was talking about hot seats, and as far as I know, there's only one coach in the SWAC on the hot seat right now. We done talked about it at length, but do you think? Well, let me not say that because we already kind of got that idea. Who you think would be a good guy to take over that A&M job if Mano was to go?
This may sound like a biased response, but I think Coach Sims will be pretty good up there. Just
Oh
my
yeah,
opinion.
I like that, man. That man needs to be on somebody's sideline at some point, man. I know he got the itch. So and he left a lot of unfinished business. So I really
Yeah, he's
I'm really
looking for
looking
one
forward to
more
him getting back out there.
run. He's looking for another run, at least one more run at head coach.
Cause
I
I
wouldn't
thought
mind
he
seeing
kind of got.
somebody young, man. Young, and put a little bit of life in that program. I don't know what young up and coming coach would fit that profile, but I think Alabama A&M I think they have some good facilities and got a good AD and everything in place. So I think they could be successful whoever come in.
That man, Lob got jokes, man.
Oh, that man
Doc
says
Gamble.
Doc Gamble. One thing about Coach Sims, if you know him, not to take away from what you just said, Jamie G, but if you know him, you talking about energy. He's a very energetic guy, very players coach, very he just I don't know how to describe him, but I don't think his age really, would take away from the job that he could do because of the way he is. That dude just a ball of energy.
Oh yeah, and like I said, man, a coach like that, he don't need to be off the sideline unless it's his choice. But I know he gonna be eager to get back in there. He gonna make a hell of a coach for somebody because he been through it and he know it, and he's won. It's not like he's just a great guy and nothing else, but he's a great guy that won, and I still think he got the raw deal at Bethune-Cookman. I don't care how they felt about losing, having to lose a season with him or whatever, man. I know it's whatever, but I feel like I feel like they dropped the ball on that one, and he gonna make somebody a hell of a coach if he get back on there. I think if you trying to make something happen and not worry about no consequences, yeah, you call up one of them Cole brothers, man, and see and see if they're interested. Hey, I always say you always look at somebody, man, and see if they can get the job done for you, because
Thrillo, I'm
just
gonna I'm gonna tell him he owe you a Letterman jacket too.
he was at TSU. Yeah, you gotta get that jacket, man. Hey, Thrillo, I'm sure I asked you this before, but did you play on that TSU team that got beat to death by Nichols that year? It ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I just remember that game, man. We was playing somebody the same night, and I thought about going down there to watch TSU, and man, I'm glad I didn't, because it was ugly.
Hey, I know y'all ain't talking about this right now, but do anybody know who got the Pine Bluff women's basketball job?
Um, yeah, what's her name? Let me Let me pull it back up because I was looking at it earlier. Wait. Erica Leak. She what she was coaching at.
Yeah, give me some background on her, C. Wells.
All right, let me find what I can find. I know her last job was at a high school. She where is it? Oh man, now I can't find it.
Don't worry about it. I'll find it later.
Yeah, like I said, I think her last job was coaching at a high school, but I don't know her resume yet. Had to look into it. But
Thrillo answered it too.
huh?
I said Big Thrillo answered your question about that Nickel State game.
Oh, I'm surprised that I'm surprised that's the only one you got down there. them refs don't them refs got X-ray eyes down there. They gonna see everything you do and nothing the other team do. All right, here we go. She played at Tech. Was a draft pick in the WNBA. She was the number one basketball player out of Arkansas when she was in high school. So she's local. Now what where that takes her on the coaching realm, that remains to be seen. Gonna be first task gonna be trying to keep some of that team together because they lost a lot of players in the portal after the season. But, I mean that I will say that was kind of a low key thing. I didn't know when they were gonna make that hire. But well, we talked about this at length before, but I want to get your thoughts on it, DJ. What's your thoughts on Coach Reed taking the job at Charlotte?
I didn't even know that's where she went. This news to me.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I know you be deep in the realm of the Gump. But yeah, she took the job at Charlotte today.
I mean,
So,
I felt like at some point she was gonna move on. I'm thankful for everything she's done, in our conference at one of our institutions, and it is what it is on that.
yeah, like I said, I think like I said, I spoke about it at length. I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on it. I feel like at some point, man, if a coach is doing what they supposed to be doing and they having the success they're gonna have, it's really hard to keep that person around. I think I just don't think we gonna be able to 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 really compete with a lot of that stuff. But I thought she did everything she could do here in the SWAC, other than winning in the tournament, which I still think could have came at some point. But you know, eventually them calls gonna be hard to turn down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that no matter what we do, I mean, I don't think even the increase in pay sometime will keep some of those individuals in the conference just because of how the conference is viewed. Some of them really just want to do what they perceive as moving up, and in some cases, in most eyes, it is. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that's just a goal of a lot of those people. So I don't think it's people blame the school, like, oh, you got to pay this person that, which is true, but some of that ain't going to keep them. Some of them got their mind made up. I want to go to a Power 5 school. I want to get to a Power 5 school at some point. So they're going to do what they got to do to get there. It's just part of what it is.
Yeah, I agree, DJ. I think she hit her ceiling in the SWAC. You know, you dominated for a long time in the SWAC. You put, you know, girls in the WNBA, got to the tournament, you know, but after that, what's the next step? What's the next level? So, you know, taking that Charlotte job, man, and to be honest, Charlotte's a wonderful place to live, man. Probably one of the up-and-coming cities, man. And you got an opportunity like that to get out of Jackson. Hey, man, I can't blame her, man, because North Carolina's nice. That's a nice state, man. You know, I guess
the only caveat is a lot of people saying that it's not a bump in pay. That's kind of interesting if you look at it that way.
Again, that's why I say I don't think it's about money. I think it's about perception of the program. When you hear people, majority of the people in the world, University of Charlotte or Jackson State, to us, it's like not a big difference. But to people who ain't really SWAC or who ain't really HBCU, they think that's better. PWI is always going to be looked at as better for the most part, especially D1 PWI. Regardless of how we look at it, a lot more people perceive it the other way around. So I think that's really what it is.
How much is she getting paid in Charlotte?
Like I said, I don't know the numbers.
I guarantee it's more than what you were making in Jackson State.
Apparently, is not. If it is, it ain't much. But like I said, like DJ said, it's just the perception. Sometimes, man, you know, it's like you look at Willie Simmons. You know, I mean, he probably could have hung around somewhere till he got left for a head coach job. He left for a running back job. You know, it's just you just never know, man, what people goals are. You know, and when you got so many people that's pushing for her to get a job somewhere else, you know, it's eventually, man, them calls get hard to turn down, and I think that's where we stand now.
And I will say this too. Ain't no wind in the mic. For some reason, it's just feedback whenever I talk. But I will say this: the infrastructure of our institutions will push people away too.
Oh yeah, big time.
I think that's one of the biggest things. I think if that was smoother, then people would stay. But man, people get frustrated when you fighting the same battles every year, and that's affecting your kids, and kids want to leave because they're not getting their COA on time and stuff like that. And that really wears on the coach. And I can go somewhere who got better processes in place, and I ain't got to worry about that. All I got to do is just coach.
And getting more infrastructure, more staff, and all that stuff, man. You know, you can't never underestimate that kind of stuff, and how after a while, you done did what you could do, and you respect and love where you at. But sometimes you got to kind of go out there on your own and see, But like I say, when and I give I don't really make a big issue out of her leaving, because she won, man. She won numerous times. So like I said, at some point you probably you want to see what else is out there. So I salute her, man. Like I said, I was surprised when she went, but I knew at some point that call was gonna come.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't continue to not take them, man, because I mean it's getting a little tight in this women's basketball realm,
Oh yeah.
You know, I think she's gonna have a good opportunity to compete. Cause they in the American conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could be competitive. They might not be competitive year one, but you know what I'm saying. If she can really get the culture and everything, you know, she might can turn them around year two. I mean, but they had a winning record last season, so they not that far off. You know,
just plug in and get right. But I think she's gonna do a good job, man. But I wanted to shout out my boy Craig, man. One of the newest Hornets from out of Texas. Man, what's going on, Craig? Man, what's up with you? That man started repping Bama State hard. So y'all take care of my boy out there in the Gump, man. Anytime he come through.
Still TSU though.
Anytime he come through, he get red carpet treatment.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. That man, y'all must have really showed that man some love because he went to Bama State with the maroon and gray, came back with black and gold, man. Y'all must have treated that man real good.
I love the Twitter and the photo, man. Craig, like, he had a wonderful time, man. Hey, come pick me up, take me to Bama State one day, Craig. I want to check it out, man.
Did he have a black and gold AB shirt on?
Yeah.
I saw him. There's a few people with the black and gold AB shirts on. Matter of fact, at the end, AB came over to track and field having a cookout, and we fed him. And from a distance, I saw some people with some AB gear on. They didn't come over there where we was at.
Yeah, that's my boy Craig, man. He gonna hold it down, man. He good people. He gonna hold it down out there. Definitely gonna rep y'all, man. Like I say, when I talked to him on the way when they was coming back, man, he said y'all got a lot of things going on out there in Bama State, man. Got nice little stuff in the stadium, man. You know, restaurants and stuff. Boy, how y'all? Yeah, man, y'all.
I told you about that.
I know, but I had to hear from somebody else too. You know. So, I got to get there, man. I still ain't been in that stadium yet, man. I got to get there. I got to witness it. I'm glad. Like I said, I wanted to go last year, but it fell through, and now I'm glad I didn't go last year because I would have been miserable. But I got to get out there, man. I'm trying to pull up on the game when y'all play Alcorn. That game in Mobile, I think. If I'm thinking right.
Mobile. Yeah, Mobile.
I think I'm gonna pull up. I think I'm gonna pull up to that game, man.
I know I'm gonna pull up when JSU play Bama State, man. I'm making it my while to get there, man. I'm definitely gonna play it.
And Hornets gonna be waiting for you now.
Yeah, come on down, Jamie G.
Hey, I got that black flag ready. You know, that can, that raid ready. I got, like us black people say, I got something for the Wallaces.
They looking to sting this year, man. Like I say, they feeling good about themselves this year. So I think I think coming out of heading into media day and all of that, man, I think Bama State gonna probably be the team that a lot of people have high on their list this season. I think the hype is gonna be there for y'all this year, man. I want to be in the middle. I don't want nobody to notice my team, man. I want to fly under the radar this year, man. We need a reset.
Yeah, I don't feed into no hype, man. We gotta execute. Forget some hype. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be on it.
Cause that hype dropped fast, man.
Yeah, now I'm gonna be curious to know if Bama State picked to win the conference. How is Eddie Robinson going to be able to, have his team? How is he gonna be able to guide the team through all that hype? And can he keep it up?
Oh yeah, that's one of the biggest things about a team, man. And that go for any team. Like when you not, when you used to being on one level, and then this year you the team that's getting all the attention. Can you handle that? Can you execute when the games is going on? Everybody champs right now because we all undefeated. So everybody got a chance at the SWAC championship right now. But when you get into September and October and November, really November is when you separate everything. So I like hype on teams early. Some teams can handle it, some can't. It's just always interesting to see how it turn out though. Everybody right now, Lob, everybody is a SWAC championship contender, man, because we ain't got now game to play. Even Pine Bluff, they they Pine Bluff and Valley, man, they got equal chance of going to SWAC championship game right now.
Man, they really do because everybody still got a lot of questions. It ain't just a solid, solidified. Hey, we know that they're gonna be. I feel like everybody can really. It could be. It's a wide open race. You just never know. Definitely right now.
Oh yeah, it's man, it's so it's so crazy, man. Like I've been trying to sit down and put together my top, my 1 through 6 in the East and West, and I don't even know, man. It's so much things gonna change between now and the start of the season, man. A lot of these teams gonna be totally different between now and then. So like I say, we're gonna see how this thing turn out, man. But about to go ahead and I think we'll go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. Get in here and watch a little bit of this draft and watch a little NBA ball, man. Got a pretty busy night tonight on TV.
All right, fellas. Me getting with y'all.
Say, bro, when is
For sure, for sure.
before we get out of here? When is the track championships?
It's next week. It'll be Thursday through Saturday.
Hey, if y'all in Baton Rouge or in the area, man, y'all pull up next week. Mumford Stadium, SWAC outdoor track championships. Y'all pull up, man. Let's get us a good turnout. I'll be in the house.
It ought to be good though, man. I think it's gonna be really good.
That'll be first track meet I went to in a long time since we finally got the track back, right? So Mr. Pelican Relays should have went to that a couple weeks ago instead of that doggone baseball game. But man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But we're gonna catch y'all next week, man, on another edition of SWAC Smoke. Y'all have a good weekend and y'all be safe, man.
DJ gone?